Is Tom Brady finally washed?
It's funny that you should ask me that question because Bomani used to sit here next to me in Miami the first time I wondered about that about 5 years ago because of his deep ball accuracy. But when you look at the numbers since week 4, you will find one of the worst quarterbacks in the league statistically. If you lose Josh Gordon and Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski, it's not just a Tom Brady problem, but he used to be a guy who could fix it even if Troy Brown was at receiver. Not anymore. He needs help more than ever because this is what a 42-year-old quarterback is supposed to look like.
We sat there and we talked about how it's a little bit here, a little bit there, and every now and then he would look great, but that the fall was coming. That was 5 years ago. It was 5 years ago when that happened, but now 5 years after that, Tom Brady has the third highest off-target pass rate in the NFL. The only guys worse, Jameis Winston and Josh Allen. It is reasonable, as Dan said, that he would not be as good as many people would expect this year because he is, in fact, old. The issue is we're all scared to say it out loud because of what happened after that Kansas City game 5 years. Yeah, we've been there, man. Like, that's the reason why we're here. Except the thing is, this is a team that is absolutely being carried by its defense, and there's nothing to point to on offense to give you cause for optimism, including quite possibly the greatest quarterback of all time.
Oh, that was beautiful, artful, the way both of you guys just set up the case to say he was washed, and no one could quite fix their lips to say that he is washed. I'm going to go ahead and do it. The man's a little washed. Like, he is the point that Dan made about him not being able to elevate people is the most important one because he needs someone to make them better. He doesn't have it. And I would say that we just go off of this last game. Yes, the Texans defense is pretty bad and he should have been able to play well, but we're not doing that. We're going all the way back to week 4. We're going all the way back to the Super Bowl in the season prior when they were kind of a run-dependent team. Tom Brady isn't the player that he once was, and I think that's fair. We understand that their defense is good enough to still get them deep into the playoffs and possibly to the championship game, and maybe Tom Brady can put together one drive, but that doesn't mean that he's not washed. He can put together one drive, but the man's washed.
Dominique, you're only saying he's a little bit washed because we're on ESPN2. You would not dare do that on the regular ESPN. You would fear it too much. Bomani and I have the scars, man. It's been 5 damn years we've been getting it wrong.
He is all the way a little washed. Completely a little washed. How about that?
What if he does the Peyton Manning to us where he's all the way washed and we see it and they win the Super Bowl anyway?
That's right. Yeah, 9 touchdowns and 17 interceptions. Peyton Manning wins the Super Bowl.